Well, with the 2024 presidential election just under a year away, AI experts are sounding a warning about the potential for a massive upswing in misinformation. Major players in the space have pledged to follow strict rules on how the tech can be used. But one expert, Darrell West, says voters should brace themselves for a tsunami of disinformation. Yahoo Finance's Dan Howley has been following this. That sounds scary, Dan Howley.
Yeah, it sounds scary. Essentially what's going on here is, this is the first election, general election obviously, but first, major election where generative AI is widely available. And so, some of the experts that I spoke to recently with regards to generative AI have said that, look, this has democratized this kind of technology to make it readily available for anybody to get access to. And so, that is a good thing. People can do things like code using this. They can do things like create images or videos or help them put together emails. The flip side, though, of that is people who have bad actors can put together images of Joe Biden falling down or Donald Trump getting tackled by police. Remember, we saw images like that crop up prior to his arraignment. We'd also seen what's reportedly an AI-generated image of an explosion outside the Pentagon earlier this year that had sent stocks plummeting for a short period of time before the Pentagon said, there's no explosion. Why? We don't know what you're talking about. And so these kinds of issues are just going to continue to crop up. It kind of behooves social media companies, this is the other element of it, to be on top of that and recognize that these are going to be an issue moving forward. Unfortunately, they've pulled back on some of those protection efforts as of late.
And Dan, so when you talk about this kind of fake imagery, fake videos, that's been a problem for a long time. Is the issue just that AI, it just means you can create this kind of fake video, fake imagery that much more cheaply and quickly? Is that the issue?
Yeah, you don't have to be an expert or anything. You don't need to know how to use any kind of photo editing tool. You can be, a jerk like I am and just go in there and, write something up and it'll spit out an image for you, right? I mean, I could put something like dog on the moon with flowers and it'll show me, a dog on the moon with flowers. So, you can do things like this. A lot of the companies, Microsoft, Adobe, a number of others have blocks in place. I was trying to make, images of Trump and Biden, and it would repeatedly bring up that action is blocked or something along those lines, stopping it. So there are kind of roadblocks in the way to prevent that, but that doesn't mean that others won't be able to use different forms of generative AI to take advantage of this. And so it really can just come down to the sheer amount of nonsense we see. The problem is, yes, we've seen phony images forever, right? Phony stories forever. The problem, though, is that the huge amount that we could see this election will essentially poison people as far as actual news goes. They'll be on social media and say, you know what, forget it. I don't know what's real anymore. I'm just not even going to pay attention. And then that makes them pay less attention to what's actually going on, the real issues that matter, and could truly impact them. So it's the scale at which this can all spread so easily because of this technology.